Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. Today we're going to be going over how to use market structure to find where the market wants to go, higher, lower, the draw and liquidity. If you're not in the free Discord, go join it. It is linked down below. So what you want to know with market structure is displacement, right? So this is displacement, right? Whenever we have a huge move like this, leaving these gaps, fair value gaps, within above highs and below lows, like right here, and up through here. So with market structure, it's going to tell you we're going higher or we're going lower. So right here, you can see that we come above this high and then we come lower and break this low. Some people will say, oh, we're going lower because we broke this low. But what they fail to realize is we did not have displacement through this low, right? If we break highs and then come back lower, and we do not displace through there, chances are we're going to reverse and go higher. So right here, this candle right here, 945, right here was news. So this candle was news, and as you see, we pump above this high. So if we go to the 5-minute chart, 945, this right here, what are we doing right here? We're not doing anything because market structure has not even said we're going higher or we're going lower. Whenever we get this move higher, right, we're breaking these highs with what? Displacement, right? We have a fair value gap right here. So we come through this high, all of these highs with fair value gaps. So whenever we break this high, so we took a high, and look, it looks like we have displacement below this low, but we never get a closure below here, right? It looks like we might have a little bit, but what you want to see is this coming below here. So if we had, let's say, here it is. Let's say we came the entire way down here and there was a gap right here. Then you would want to see this. So there's a gap right here to the downside. That is what you want to see if market structure is going to flip bearish. But if we go to the 30-minute chart, this is just rebalancing another fair value gap on the higher time frame. So whenever we come down in here, it looks like it could be a break of structure, market structure shift on the lower time frame, but it's just rebalancing on the higher time frame. And then what do? We come up through here with a fair value gap. So we have another fair value gap. So market structure remains bullish. And as you see, we never break any lows with a fair value gap, and we are continuing to go higher. So let's move on to another example where we can see that market structure flips and we can frame a reversal from that. We look at all this price action right here. We can see that we come through this high. So we have a high taken. But look, there is no gap. I mean, there's a tiny one, but you want to see strong displacement through these. Right, you want to see stronger displacement than this little tiny gap right here. Then you can see we slowly come lower, and then boom, we get this displacement right here. This is confirmation saying that we're coming down to these lows down here. So now structure has flipped bearish for the time being. So right here, this gap right here should distribute us lower. Now, right here, you can see that we rebalance again and then swipe this low. But look, now we have taken a low with no displacement. And then look right here. We come up through this gap and we break above this high. So this would be your short-term high. That is your market structure shift. We leave a gap. Right here we also leave a gap. And we break through this high right here, right? We have no closure yet, so that could mean, hey, maybe we're not ready. This could just be a liquidity grab to go lower. So what you want to do is just go to the higher time frame. Okay, now this is cleared up more. Let's remove all this. This gap right here can be your identifier to say that it is a market structure shift, right? If structure wants to remain bearish, this fair value gap that lies in what? Equilibrium, right? Premium. This is a premium fair value gap. If market structure wants to remain bearish, we hold this to send us lower. but we close above it. So that is telling us market structure is now flipping bullish. Now we come in, we hold this as a bullish fair value gap, and we deliver buy side. So this gap right here on the 15-minute chart can identify if we are going to be going higher or lower. I don't know if this, yeah, we do leave a tiny gap right here, but I wouldn't really try to long it. I would be more interested in this gap right here. So when we inverse it, market structure is now saying, hey, maybe we want to go higher. And the 5-minute chart, if we take a look right here, this high and this high is now getting displaced through. We have a fair value gap right here that the market comes down, taps, and now we're ready to absolutely run. So for the time being, with this high right here, it looks like a liquidity grab, but now we have displacement through this high. This fair value gap should now hold us to send us higher. That is when you know market structure is now ready to flip from bearish to bullish. So let's find one more example to go over, and then we can call it a video. Here we're gonna be going into something a little different. I did give this example in my breaker video, but this is one of the best ways to identify, hey, we should be flipping from bullish to bearish or bearish to bullish. So right here, you can see that we have displacement through a high, right? So we have displacement through this high, right? We have a fair value gap. We tap it, we continue higher, but whenever we get up here and then we close below here, the breaker is, if you haven't watched that video, go watch it. It's my last 2 videos ago, I think. But we come through here, inverse this, and then we break this low. So this is now your market structure shift, right? We have a low, high, and now we have invalidated this low. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. But these 2 candles right here now turn into a bearish breaker, which is the highest probability to say, okay, order flow should now be flipping opposite, right? So now we have our market structure shift with this candle closing below here. Come up, tap the breaker, and then we continue to come down here and deliver sell side. So the breaker is a great identifier if we are going to be flipping market structure from bearish to bullish or bullish to bearish. So what you want to be looking for in a market structure shift is a breaker, so a low, high, a low, higher, high, a high, a low, a higher high, and then we break this low with displacement, or if we have reached a higher time frame PD array. You always need to be using the higher time frame. So this is another great example of a market structure shift, or just your regular market structure right here. So we have a high, low, and then we break through here with displacement. Come down, tap the fair value gap, and have a continuation play. And then my favorite is whenever we have a high, lower low, higher high, boom. Sorry, I was going to do a different example, but I already did it over here. So we have a low, high, low, higher high. This turns into your breaker, and we have a fair value gap through here. This turns into a unicorn setup. That is one of the highest probability market structures shifts you can identify. Or you just have your regular 22 model. Let's say right here. Higher time frame PD array. We'll just say buy side liquidity. Or we have a failure swing, break this low. This is just your regular market structure shift, right? Right here, market structure shift. So right here, higher time frame PD array. Sweeps it, comes down, failure swing, market structure shift, boom. And then we have a fair value gap right here or somewhere within here. And then we should tap and continue. So right here, 2022 model, or you have these breaker block formation, regular, boom, displacement above highs, fair value gap, or we have the unicorn model. So this is just regular market structure. I use market structure all the time whenever I'm trying to identify, okay, are we going to continue? Are we going to reverse? So see, we are still in bullish structure. We are in a higher time frame PD array, 1 hour fair value gap. If we were to displace below this low with a fair value gap, we could continue to see these lows down here. So once the day's over, go back into your charts, see if we did displace through this low with a fair value gap, and then see if we tap the fair value gap and continue to these lows. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, join the free Discord. Peace. Oops, what the hell?